What's up there, you guys? Your man Joe came around just to find that you need to know. So, I just recently saw the Toy Story 4 for nostalgia. Not gonna lie. Um, because I watch Toy Story since I was young, and I pretty much enjoyed them. Not gonna lie. This one I just recently, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna spoil it for everybody. So. But you have to watch the movie for yourself, have for your own discernment and stuff like that. Um, let's see in the beginning. I didn't see too much because I think I missed some parts in the beginning, but it was like close enough where I can see like the beginning of the title. Um, you know, in the beginning they had like a recap of about the previous movies. How Andy grew up from a young child to a young college kid and went to college and sold or gave away all his toys to one of the neighbor's kids. Then after that, this little young lady, it was given to this young lady. Um, I'm sorry, I cannot remember her name right now. But yeah. So also in the beginning of it, Woody was not being played as much as the other toys. Woody was kind of a bit far into the back, which is kind of weird because I didn't really think about it until later on. But in the part four, Woody is not the main. I guess you can say that it's not the main character, but it was. I'm gonna get to that. So since Woody's not being played as much, and he felt some type of way about it, the girl. So Woody kind of snuck in while everybody wasn't looking. Woody snuck into the young girl's book bag so the girl can go to preschool, and stuff like that. And when he did, I guess nobody wanted to. When the girl went into the preschool, nobody wanted to talk to her. It was a part of the scene where a young lad um, walked up to her, but not talk to her, but just take her, just take her like crayons and stuff, and just went on the other way. Um, and then Woody. Well, then the girl got sad, and the young lad went up to next to a trash can, spilling some crayons and stuff like that, and some material. Um, then Woody was helping out, helping her out through preschool, and got the materials and put it on the table in front of her and stuff like that. And then the young lady, which is one of the main characters of the movie, decided to make like a spork kind of toy, like a homemade toy. Um, so the young lady was kind of she was like very happy with it. It was like his best favorite toy and stuff like that. Um, then because Woody helped her out during the day, for Um, then Woody introduced the gang to this sport character. Um, but the sport character was kept calling itself trash or wanted to go into the trash can because it's pretty much made for utensils like food and stuff like that. Then once it's finished, you just go to the trash and stuff like that. Um, yeah. So, oh my God. And I say if I was a Toy Story fan, I would say I feel some type of way about this movie, because as the story goes along, um, Woody was trying to because the spork kept trying to go in each and every trash can and stuff like that, and since the girl and her family wanted to go on a vacation, the spork wanted to go to the trash can because the spork doesn't even see itself as a toy. It sees itself as just nothing but trash. Um, so Woody has been trying to convince this guy that it's a toy, but the sporks didn't believe it. That it's a toy. It's just it's just a utensil, and just still keep going these individual trashes and stuff like that. And they should have sanitized that um, that so-called toy. Now that I'm thinking about it, what else? And I think he did it because Woody missed Andy. That's just one of his first owners, his first kid. Um, because I guess the girl kind of reminds him of Andy. I guess he very missed him very much. Um, because then the girl, because each individual time that the girl thought they'd lose him, it just I don't know. Okay, so then um, later on into the movie, uh, I guess some of them, some of the toys when they was going on the road trip, one of the when I think this is puppet or ragdoll was since the sport kept wanted to just knows its purpose. Its purpose is just to be used and just be done to the trash. So there's this moment where the sport just pretty much jump out the window, and Woody wanted to go after her just to just to please the to please the girl, and because that's the toy's desire to do, to keep the toy to keep their owner happy, I guess, in a sense. Then Woody jumped off the car and went looking for him. He found him, and Woody trying to convince him that how much the girl meant to him and stuff like that. And and um, then they go to a long road to pick up where they are. They went to a carnival and stuff like that. Um, Here's the part that kind of screwed me. Where I kind of thought about this, right? The part where they went to this antique store, and because oh yeah, Woody was looking for one of the last characters, like in the first movie, where the girl was putting on that dress, looking. He had that sheep, Bo, yeah, Bo, that's her name. So Woody was finding it, thought it was like kind of funny, like how he found Bo's, I guess Bo is not a toy, but it's like a lamp. Um, that like lamp stand or something. Then, um, and I guess they, entered in him, Woody and the sport was looking for the, actually mostly Woody was looking for Bo in the antique store. Then he got caught up in the situation. This what's that jigsaw puppet? Not jigsaw, but it was like I forgot the name of those puppets. But yeah, was this puppet what came out of nowhere? It was pushing this baby stroller, and this doll came out of it. Wanted to help out Woody. And Woody was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's see what they were looking for." And the Woody told the doll, something like, what they was looking for Bo. I was like, "Oh, okay," And he talked about, and she was talking about how her voice box is out. That's when I that's when I felt kind of strange about it. So I felt some type of way about it. Then the next moment, the dog wants to seize Woody's get his voice box. So they tried to do an escape from the from the antique store, and but he left. He got off by he got away with with one of the, another little girl, but that was a customer of the store. He just pulled a string so he can get the girl attention so they won't get caught. But so the strange doll and the little girl doll, so they won't get caught by the people. So Woody got picked up and took it to was taken away from the store, but he left. Woody left a forky behind. So Um, After that, the little girl took Woody to a park and played around in the sand. Then the next moment, I knew. I mean, I know I didn't do nothing. The next moment, the Woody escaped. Then went to another direction. And I guess in this part in this part of the park, where Woody found Bo, or Bo found Woody. No, 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 no. A little girl found Woody, and and in her other hand she had Bo. I guess he was about to play with him and stuff like that. And the little girl put Woody and Bo on the ground, and they start to talk to each other. But you have to wait a minute because there was so many kids around. Um, put him in, drag him in another direction. So he can hide and stuff like that. And I mean, Woody was excited to see her, and her excited to see Woody, and it was like a family reunion. Oh yeah, in the beginning of the whole movie, Bo didn't want to be there with the new girl anymore, want to be with the kid anymore. So she decided to go to another direction and back to the whole thing. So they got into talking. So they was discussing how you know this new kid got a new toy, and and as and he's trying to figure out a plan to get him back, pretty much. And as they was making up this plan, and when the moment that she saw the toy that that when Bo saw the toy that the main character girl, had, she was looking at it like, really, it's a sport. um. So yeah. What else? What else I can think of right now? It's So they was making up this diabolic. They was making a plan to how to get Sporky. No, yeah. So they was making a plan about getting Forky back, but the plan didn't work as well. Um, Wait, is it? Trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. So yeah, man, I cannot remember. It's late right now. It's like 12 in the morning. Um, so let's see what else I can remember. Oh yeah, and they had like a RC skunk, like they converted their like a RC car and converted it for their as a car. So they have the body frame of a skunk, so people be scared of it or won't touch it. They be like skunk, 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 and all that. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm probably gonna forget because I'm like, I guess my mind is just going completely blank. But I'm gonna say how the movie was. Um, the movie was kind of girl power ish, I guess you can say, because usually in Toy Story movies, Woody is pretty much the main character, the main hero. But in this case, Bonnie was the main hero, well, pretty much the main character, or yeah. Um, and I also felt some type of way about it when I was gonna get to the when I was feeling some type of way about it, where Woody, prepare yourself, when Woody sacrificed his voice box for uh voice box for Forky. That I felt some type of way about it. That I felt some type of way about it. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I know I just said that my mind is going off, but like, I don't know. I felt like there was an agenda, or at least in some extent. Um, like I guess it's kind of been saying that women don't have a voice, so you try to take. I, I'm guessing I'm seeing some feminist propaganda now that I'm thinking about it. You know, at least for me, at least now I kind of get. At least I'm now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so it's kind of been like like since her like the main doll, the I guess you can say the villain, the doll was losing her voice box because it wasn't operating because she said that as soon as she got out the box, her voice box wasn't even working properly. So she decided to take or wants to have a Woody's voice box, and she did. I mean, he gave his voice box to her so she can be an owner to another little girl. Once she has once she got the thing, she got the voice box, and she tried to get the girl's attention. And when she looked at the doll, picked it up, looked at it, and be like, nah, she didn't want the doll. So she put it in the basket, and the doll felt some type of way about it, and stuff like that. And there was a sad moment and stuff like yeah. Woody tried to comfort her, and it's just like, I mean, later on there was like a very big escape because the team, the rest of the team, the rest of the crew of Rex, Buzz, and everybody else, they were trying to pick up another plan to get the to get the to get the family to turn back around to the carnival so they can pick up Woody and the rest of the people. Um, uh, and they did. Um, and one of the characters, I don't know why. I'm guessing that this is kind of like a SJW kind of thing, kind of movie, is because when the dad, I don't know about SJW, but it's just something about, it was just something like very, at least I kind of caught onto it because when there's one character, I think it was a dinosaur. No, it wasn't. No, it was a unicorn. Was kept saying like we need to arrest the dad. Let's get the dad go to jail. I'm like why do you want to get the dad to jail? Like, why? I don't know. Maybe it's just something that I kind of been caught on, and I was just like, yo, that's kind of weird. What else? And yeah, so then they try to make like this big escape, try to get to the van or the RV that the family had, and then and they they did, but then the one of the doll that has Woody's voice box looked at another girl because the girl looked lost and wanted to wanted to feel like she wants to be her doll now. That's her destiny and stuff like that. And she did. Then the guys, Woody, Bo, and the Keenan Peele. I think Keenan Peele was there too, as one of the the fluff one, the duck and rabbit. So and the little girl accepted, took her in, and since the girl found her parents, and there was a female police officer found the parents, and you know the little girl found her parents, and they live happily ever after. So okay, and another part was a little bit towards the end, where the gang finally got the RV into near close to not a Ferris wheel, a carousel, or yeah, carousel. Um, they open up the little, I forgot, the little flap thing when you open when you have like an RV or camper or something like that with a flap uh net thing. They got on top of that, try to get close to one another. Then the next moment, as everybody know, like Buzz, Woody, and everybody, all the games were all together. All of a sudden, not Buzz, I mean Woody gave up his sheriff badge and gave it to the female cowboy. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what? And I guess he was staying um with Bo now and the carnival and the gang. Um, everybody hugged and stuff like that. And yeah, and I thought, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of been hoping that Bo and Woody would kiss. I know that, I know, I know, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Um, what else? Anything else? Yeah, and then you're gonna need to. Well, okay. So then, I guess there was like a plan to. Then after whole, after that, ending moment, then the characters, Woody, Bo, and the two the rabbit and the duck, have a plan to get all the toys that was in the carnival booth to get them to be, to be homes and stuff like that, and they did, and the carney, I guess the guy that worked at the booth saw and turned around, saw look at all the toys was gone, all the prizes and stuff like that. Um, yeah. The next moment, the the rabbit and the duck, um, I guess that they bum rushed the guy that that worked at the carnival booth. Then all of a sudden, um, the rabbit was shooting up laser eyes and going pew pew pew, and all of a sudden they started to grow up into these big giant monsters. One looked like he had like lizard eyes and stuff. I think the duck had the lizard eyes and started breathing out fire. So, and I believe that's head towards the movie. There's a lot of stuff at the end towards it as well. Um, yeah, my rating, I give it like a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I think the nostalgia for me is over. I think the Toy Story nostalgia for me is over. When they took out the voice box of Woody and give it to that doll, I felt some type of way about it. I did. I felt some type of way about it, like taking away his voice and giving it to her. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe there's a propaganda between this. Oh yeah, if you're probably wondering, Joe, what's the thing like transgender or something like that? Um, the Spark it was all confused. The Spark didn't know anything. It was just confusion. Then towards the end, the as when the kid went to first grade, and all of a sudden she made like another stick figure, but this time it's like the same thing with like stick with like a popsicle stick. And I guess that the Forky fell in love, and he like explained everything to her and stuff like that. So I guess I don't know. Y'all have to watch the movie yourself. So I believe this is my review, my spoiler. So without further ado, it's your man Joe. See you guys in another video or so. Okay. All right.